Today we are here with the very talented Mr. Mitch Fatel. How you doing today, Mitch?
It's pronounced Fatel.
Fatel?
Yes.
Okay.
Your number one job as an interviewer is to make sure that you know the pronunciation of your interviewee's name.
Did I said Fatel, didn't I?
No, you said Fatel.
Fatel?
Can you do that again? Okay.
Alright, one more
Do that
time.
again.
Alright.
Well, we can keep that on. Yeah, it's real. It's live. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Let's do it live. Let's do it live.
So how long have you been doing comedy?
Since I was 5 years old. There's my water, thank you. So that's what happens when you're a famous comedian. You get buckets of water brought to you.
That's really
I just
dope.
had to ask for that, and they just brought it right back. 5 fucking free waters. I don't have to pay shit for that.
Is that the best part about doing comedy?
It's like a free water.
Yeah?
Yeah, if you want to be hydrated. I'm a man who takes his hydration very seriously. I believe that hydration is very important. Do you know what happens if you're not hydrated?
Well, a lot of things can happen.
We'll go through them.
One of them is you can pass out.
You can pass out, number
You can have
one.
a seizure.
You can have a seizure, number two. I've never had a seizure.
I just actually got diagnosed with epilepsy.
Because you don't drink water.
I gotta drink more
that.
water, yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you become a famous comedian, they will bring you 6 bottles of water. Hold on. Let's see how many bottles we have. Oh. Whoa, shit. I want you to count here with me.
5.
1, count.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking waters, bitches.
That's
This
right.
motherfucker's not having epilepsy. You don't see me fucking having any kind of weird seizure. Because I drink more water, because I'm a famous comedian.
So when did you actually get into comedy?
When I started having seizures.
Yeah.
And I decided I needed free water. And so I was like, what job can get me free water?
Yeah, and so comedy was
I was like, I saw a comedian on TV and he had all the water he wanted.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, that's the job for me.
There you go. So who were some of the people that you liked to listen to when you were younger?
Well, Steve Martin was my favorite. That's probably a little before your time. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, so you know that Steve Martin was a comedian before he was an actor.
Yeah.
Terrible actor. I mean,
Yeah.
He's a horrible actor. He's a great stand-up comedian. He inspired me. Howard Stern inspired me. Brian Regan. But really, Steve Martin was the main reason I wanted to become a comedian.
Okay. And where are you from?
I'm from New York City.
New York City.
I was born in New York City, yes sir. What about you? Where are you from?
I am from Corpus Christi, Texas.
They have a lot of seizures there.
Yeah,
I know
they
that.
do.
They don't have enough water.
Yeah, that's what it
the
is.
problem.
So how would you explain your set to someone who's never seen you before?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's well, listen. I think that everybody in comedy should have a voice. And my voice is kind of like I like to talk about my wife and sex in a way that I think is different than most people. Like I don't ever want to be considered vulgar, so my goal is to do a set that is kind of about my sexy, dirty wife, but in a very classy way. That's how I think I would describe it. Yeah. So, how would you describe it?
Honestly, I think it's really brilliant the way that you word a lot of the things and a lot of the one of my favorite jokes is when you're talking about skiing with your dick out.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an oldie. You're an oldie fan. Nice.
Yeah.
That's one of my good ones. Yeah.
And then I love that one. And then actually really liked the one that you were telling on Friday about like how women can sometimes get nervous about the taste.
Yeah.
And how you compare it to Tabasco.
Yeah. And I try to do it in a very I like to think classy way.
Yeah.
What do you think so you know my old set?
Yeah.
What do you think? And be honest with me.
Yeah.
Be honest with me here on camera because I'm always interested. How do you think the new act is compared to like the stuff you used to hear back in the old days? Because I'm always confused about how people feel about it.
It was really interesting because I learned a lot of things about you. Like I didn't know that you were married.
Yeah.
So that was kind of new. I also didn't know that you had ever backed out of an orgy, but I guess that had never happened until recently. And I was actually really impressed that I was able to come out and see you, and I don't think I heard any old jokes.
Well, see, this is why I have a lot of old fans showing up at shows now, and now that I'm married, my whole act has changed, and I'm always, and I'm so far I feel very blessed because all the old fans are saying to me like, "Oh, I love your new stuff," but why don't you do this joke anymore? Why don't you do this joke anymore? And I realized that those were oldies but goodies, and I'm always wondering, like, I hope the audience doesn't mind, because I think comedy is different than music. Like, when you go to see a musician, you're okay with him singing his hits, you want to see his hits. But I always feel like a comedian owes you new material, because if you know too many of the jokes. So as long as it still made you laugh, that makes me feel that I'm doing my job.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It hasn't, you haven't slowed down at all? You just kind of, like, changed your walk. You're not the crazy wild sex animal anymore. You're the crazy wild merry guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're still funny. You're still as out there. You're still as and it's clever the way that like you're able to talk about sex without like coming across as like a complete pervert.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
You feel a seizure coming on? You okay?
No, I'm good right now.
I'm here for you.
I got some.
If you start feeling seizure-y,
all right.
Just like make a seizure sound or something, and I'll know to just pour this on top of you.
All right, thanks. That'll really help. So this is your third show this time in San Antonio. The third day.
Yeah, fourth.
Fourth day.
I did Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and today.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's it been so far?
It hasn't been as big audiences as I usually expect. I'm going to be honest with you. I usually expect bigger audiences here. I don't know why. Maybe I haven't just been on TV enough. Maybe this interview will get more people here next time. But you know, it's decent. It's half filled. Yeah. So my fans are coming out, but then they're not bringing anybody. Now I don't know if it's maybe because I need new fans. What do you think?
I think San Antonio is a difficult place to.
I think everybody's having seizures all the time because they don't drink enough fucking water. And if they had their water, they'd come out and they'd see the show. The thing is this: I'm never one who listen. I used to sell at every show I used to do, and I wasn't as happy as a comedian. Now I kind of half fill the rooms, but they're real fans, and I feel like they're getting a good show, and that's more satisfying to me, you know.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the show on Friday. It was the first time that I've ever been able to see you. And
did you stay hydrated while you watched?
I did.
You did?
Okay. Yeah, I had a big old whiskey.
Nice, and that's why there was no seizures in my audience.
Yeah. No, the only shaking I did was from laughing.
That's a good outline right there. Too bad that we still have to go on, because that would be a great outline. I mean, but let's still go on. Just maybe you can edit that to the end.
Yeah, edit that one.
Would it be great if like we ended this with just both of us having a seizure? Like, and it was like really happened, and they were. I mean, that would be like a famous interview. They'd be like, oh, and then like at the end. Wouldn't it be good if like I really did have a seizure?
That'd be crazy. I would feel like I gave it to you.
Yeah, like I caught seizures from you. I mean, I didn't know you could catch epilepsy, but I have to make sure that whoever interviews me doesn't have epilepsy anymore.
So you have a promo or a pilot on A&E?
I had a pilot that me and my wife did for A&E, and they said it was too risque for them. This is the network that does Duck Dynasty, by the way. Yeah. They said that we were too risque for them. The show was great. I mean, put the show online. You can do that these days, right? With the online stuff. I mean, put the show online. You know something? I like you. So what I'm going to do, you're a good guy. And you're a good kisser. I found out earlier before we started taping. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you the pilot that we did. Okay. And then you give me your opinion. Because you're an old-time fan. That's what... I love fans like you who like know me from the old days, because then I can go and I can get honest opinions. How do you compare it to the old days and new stuff? And so I want you to know love to know what you think of water all over the couch. I'd love to know what you think of the pilot. Yeah. And if you like it, you can send it out to all your viewers. Yeah, that'd be great. And then so you had that, and then you got voted the best comedian in 2006 at the HBO Comedy Festival. That was one of my favorite achievements, because I had never won stuff before, and I never thought it was a big deal. But when people vote on you and you win something, you're like, fuck, I'm the shit. Yeah. Like, it feels really good. Like, I never understood why people were so happy, like when they would win like a marathon or shit like that. And now that I won, I was like, wow, that's really, really cool. It felt great. Yeah, and it was a really good feeling. And it was actually me and Aziz Ansari. We were tied. He's gone on to a lot more success than I have, but we were tied for the winner, and so they gave it to both of us.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
So, shit, I completely forgot.
Just
what I was
go,
gonna
man.
ask you.
Just go with it. Are you having a seizure?
Yeah, that might be what it is.
Fuck, man. It's right in front of me.
So how old are you now, man?
I don't have to say how old I am.
Okay.
You have to go on Wikipedia. You can find out.
How'd you develop the character that you use on stage?
Well, that's an interesting question there, Seizure Boy. The reason that is not something I developed. It's something that just happened when I got on stage. You know, it's interesting. Young comics always say to me, like, how do I make my character? And I'm like, just go on stage and your character will come to you. You know, it's not anything I planned out on doing. I got on stage one day and then one day I was like, oh my God, that's who I am on stage. I think that everybody on stage is it's them kind of boiled down to their most raw kind of like who they are. Yeah. And I feel like that's me, like raw on stage, whereas you can't be that person off stage. Yeah. So it was allowing me to kind of like let that part of me come out.
So you would say that you feel most comfortable and most at home on stage now?
That's the only place in the world I feel comfortable. I am so antisocial. My wife gets so pissed at me. I do not like going out. You're like my best friend. I mean, like, do you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can Facebook me after this.
Yeah, I just don't want to lose you to epilepsy. Yeah. I don't want to be heartbroken. You know, if we start hanging out and then all of a sudden I call your mom, do you live with your mom still? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm like, hey, where is he? And she's like,
he died.
We lost him. He wouldn't drink his water. He had all his water out, and he had a death wish, that guy. Yeah. and I'd cry.
Would you cry?
I would cry, because I'd be like, man, that guy was my best friend.
That means a lot to me.
He's the only guy I ever wanted to hang out with, and he died of epilepsy. Why did it happen, Mommy? Why?
So aside from
everybody's giving us messages. What?
No one agreed.
You could say, oh, I got my water here. Yeah, thanks. I think he may need something.
Yeah, sure.
He's feeling epilepsy.
Whiskey Coke?
Yeah, whiskey Coke for this motherfucker.
So, aside from...
Can I do that? I just get you shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So aside from free buckets of water, what's your favorite thing about doing comedy?
You know, seriously, the best part about doing comedy is it's the only art form where you can have 100% creative control over what you do and have immediate gratification within an hour or two. Like, I'll write jokes, or like I just worked on my act before I came here and I wrote a couple of lines, and the beauty is you get to test it out pretty fast and no one can tell you to change it. You know, it's like when you're in a band, you have other musicians that have to go like, well, maybe we should do this band. I'm not saying that it's not bad to get advice from other people, but the best part to me is like, I'm really kind of a fan of my mind. Yeah. And I know that, I hope that doesn't come off as egotistical, but I think that we all have gifts in our lives, because there's plenty of shit that I'm so bad at that, like, thank God I'm good at this. And I am good at it. Like, I can see a line and I can make it funny, and I don't know why I have that gift, but it's cool. So I'll be at home and I'll like pump my fist because I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, oh, I can't believe I just said that. And then to feel it come out like an hour later and see it have that response that you thought it would get is very satisfying.
You know what was one of the things that impressed me on Friday was just how many of your fans are women.
Yeah, because I'm feminist, kind of, right? Even though I talk about their vaginas and how wonderful they are, I've always thought, hey, you know what I do? Like I have a lot of different kinds of fans. I have like a lot of women, you know, a lot of minorities, and like just... And I wouldn't think that, I thought I was just a white guy who talked about sex, but I've learned around the country that I've gone that like it's really kind of universal the way I talk about what I feel. And so, you know, I'm a little bit sexist. If you look at my act, I'm talking about how much I, you know, taking off girls' panties while they're sleeping and stuff. And I've always been able to get away with it. And I've asked a couple of feminists who love me, why am I allowed to pass? And they basically say, and it kind of makes sense to me, that it's always like what your intent is. Oh, there's your whiskey Coke, dude.
Thank you.
You
I don't want to say fat ass.
Yeah.
I can't go with fat ass. There's your whiskey and Coke.
You call him fat ass? He called you fat ass?
Yeah.
I don't like that, man. You're my best friend. That's my best friend, motherfucker. All right. If he dies of a seizure, I'm coming to you, man.
So you don't drink?
I drink with my wife every night. Yeah, I'll have a little drink.
Do you ever go party with your wife?
I will. I've done cocaine. I like it way too much.
Yeah.
You ever done that cocaine?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm a late bloomer to cocaine. Someone gave it to me about maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I was like, I can't do this because I will dedicate my entire life to cocaine. It's wonderful, and it's so wonderful that you can see it's the devil.
Yeah,
you know, it's
that's exactly
like
how
I
I feel
literally,
about it.
and I've stopped doing it because
Yeah.
I was liking it way too much.
Yeah.
And I was like, because I've never liked a drug. Like, I'm not a pot guy. Do you smoke pot? So I get why people like pot. I don't know why, but something in my system doesn't react well to it, and I get insanely paranoid, and nut paranoid. Like, and not paranoid like I think cops are coming, but paranoid like I would think that like if you just looked over there that you made a face that like you thought I was stupid.
Yeah.
And I would be like, and so then my mind would start going like, does he think I'm stupid? And then like I go like, no, you're seeing things because you're high. I'm like, but what if like he really does think I'm stupid and I just never saw it because I'm not high. And like now I can see the world how and I start fucking looping like that. And so and then I was like, okay, well I guess I don't have to drink. And then someone gave me Coke and I was like, oh, this is my jam. Like, I'm not paranoid, I'm just very happy. So I understand that like, does pot ever get you paranoid?
Yeah, it used to. And every now and then I'll get like super duper stoned and I'll be like, guys, the cops are coming.
See, I never care about the cops because the cops don't care about pot anymore. But I just think that like, would you consider yourself, like when he called you fat ass, are you sensitive? Did that hurt you at all, honestly? No. It doesn't? See, it probably would, like if someone called me short, like I'm a short dude, it doesn't really bother me, but if I was high and that guy walked in and was like, but the short guy, then I don't know, like pot would make me start looping in my head like, maybe everybody like really just talks about the fact that I'm short constantly, like I go nuts. And then one day I was like, I can't smoke pot because I can't enjoy it. But I understand why people enjoy it because there are times that I've done it and been like, oh my god, this is wonderful, but then I get the looping thoughts.
Okay. Well, my company's, or my entertainment company is called TrillerHighLife. So how would you say, like, what's your high point in life? Like, when are you at your best? Or is it on stage?
Yeah.
It's
on, it's not even on stage as much as it's after doing a successful show of any sort. Doing the Tonight Show, the Letterman Show, and doing a good job. Because the other side of it is, when it's bad, it hurts so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it hurts so bad when you don't do good at something. So the high point would be after a good show. I feel incredibly satisfied, and sometimes on stage, you can very distinctly see me put my head down like that, and that's if I got a good line in.
Yeah.
And it worked perfect.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
And you earned you a sip of water.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I got a sip of water for that, right? What, is that guy fucking...
Yeah, I don't even know
he's jealous
who this guy is.
of our fucking friendship.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
He used to be my best friend, and now he knows that spot's straight kid.
That guy, you watch out. I think he fucking wishes you have seizures every day.
I think he does. I think he's the one poisoning me.
I think he's hoping that if you seizure up, then he steps in as my new best friend.
I think that's what it
is. And then he gets rights to all these fucking waters. All these
Little does he know.
You're not getting any of my fucking water, dude. So just don't even try it.
Too bald for it.
I see him just licking his lips, just going, oh man, I'm gonna be hydrated as shit, yo. I'm gonna be water for days.
So, what has been in your experience? What has been your best show? Like, which time did you feel like I fucking killed it harder than I've ever killed it before?
It was a Comedy Central special. Probably my Comedy Central special, Super Retardo.
Yeah.
It's my half-hour special. I just
Super
felt
good.
it that day.
Oh my God.
I just felt it that day. Like, and it's like any performer, it's like you don't know before you go on stage. Are you a big sports fan by any chance?
Not at all.
I love sports just for the analogies that it gives me. And I was once watching Serena Williams, black girl.
Yeah.
And she was she's a tennis player.
Right.
Serena Williams, black girl, plays tennis. And so I was watching her, and right before she played Wimbledon, she's one of my heroes, and she's a black girl. And right before her game, they asked her. They said, "Hey, black girl," but they didn't say that. They just call her Serena because it's obvious she's black because her skin's dark. They said, "Hey, Serena, do you think you're gonna win today?" And Serena said, "I just hope the shots fall. I just hope my shots fall." And they kept trying to say, like, do you think you're going to win? Do you think? And she kept saying, I hope my shots fall. And I loved her psychology. And basically what she was saying is, I can't go out there and say I'm going to win as an athlete. I can just say, like, hey, I'm going to do my best and I hope my shots fall. And I think that, like, as a performer, that's what you learn. You go on stage. What's going on, man? That's my opening act. He was my best friend. Jay, come say hi. Come sit down a second.
I will.
Jay used to be my best friend until I met you.
Oh, I'm
Can
sorry.
you get Jay on the camera here? Is he on the camera? This motherfucker, he is a great opener. He stays very hydrated. How many waters have you had today?
5.
Okay, this motherfucker had 5. I'm only on 1, and he's on 5. Have you ever had an epileptic seizure?
Yes.
Even when you drink your water?
No.
Motherfucker, right there in front of you.
Science.
This guy has seizures. He's had 3 since we did this interview.
He's a drug addict, though.
He's a drug addict. He does cocaine. He's doing coke right now.
Woo!
Yeah, he's fucking snorting.
Why am I not? Oh, that's my ass.
His job is, you guys are going to see behind the scenes, my great opener's job is to bring my merchandise on stage. He's an awesome opener. Jay LaFar. JayLaFar.com. I want to give a plug. JayLaFar.com.
So for all the fans out there, what merch are you carrying to your shows?
I sell my No, I don't sell Super Retarded anymore. It's not politically correct to say on stage. So I sell my new one, Public Display of Perversion, and I sell my first one ever, which is my personal favorite, Mini Skirts and Muffins.
Yeah, I fucking love that. And you usually have the Bad Girl Tees and Panties?
Yeah, Bad Girls Tees and Panties. And I'm going to get a shirt that says, I laughed so hard I had an epileptic seizure at Mitch Fatel's show. That's a good out right there.
Yeah.
Mitch Fatel. Is that the best movie ever?
Oh, good.
Hear that clap?
It was an absolute pleasure having you, Mitch.
Thank you, man. That's a great interview, dude. You're good. Drink your water.
All right.
And now overnight, Jay LaFar.
Feel a seizure? No seizure there.
Thanks, buddy.
Come on, people, you can do better than that. Come on.
Thank you so
They're busy in the back talking money. You're busy in the front talking honey. I'm in the Cadillac in the act with the money. You're not feeling something. Sitting sideways, I'm stunting. LA was fun, kid, but I'm always back to Boston. So crazy that I lost it. Now I'm coasting.